Hello dear students, how are you all? Hopefully you are doing well. Today we are going to talk about simple versus compound interest. This is in chapter 3.5. Since you faces some problem in 3.5, that's why I make this video for you. And this is the branch of general mathematics in algebra expressions part. This is your first lecture and some history for you. Since this is the branch of algebraic expression, so the word algebra comes from the Arabic al-Zabalit, the restoring of broken parts. From the title of the book, Lim al-Jabr wal Mukabla, the science of restoring and balancing by Persian mathematician and astronomer al-Khwarizmi. So the al-Khwarizmi, who is the father of algebra. This is Shah sir, lecturer of mathematics, Milestone College. First of all, today's discussion is simple interest versus compound interest. Okay, so actually what is the simple interest and what actually the compound interest means? You need to know what is the basic difference between these two. Okay, suppose you deposit 1000 taka in a bank and bank says you will get 10% interest in a year. So after 1 year you will get actually 100 taka on 1000 taka because here 10% interest has been given by the bank. So actually 1000 into 10%, that means 1000 into 10 by 100, so 0 gone, and 10 into 10, that will be 100 taka. And very easy thing to find out the 10% of anything is just reject 10 from the right side. What you will get, that is the, yes, that is the interest of the year. Okay, so after first year you get 100 taka as interest because the 10%. Okay, for the second year your principal was same, that is 1000 taka, so you will get 100 taka. And third year that will be again the same work, that is 10%, and you will get 100 taka. So in the simple interest there is no sense in every year you will get the same amount of money according to your percentage. This is the simple interest. But at the case of compound interest there is something tricky. Okay, first part, look at the first part. Here it is really very same because the present your principal was 1000 taka, and after 1 year you get 100 taka as interest because of the rate 10%. But in the end of the first year your taka will be converted into 1000 to 1100 taka because the interest will be added. And at the end of the second year you will get the interest 10% on your, yes, on your new principal, not the first principal. So you will get the principal on the second on the end of the first year. So if 1100 10% of this, it will be just right side 10 will be neglected, then it will be 110 taka. So what will be your interest? That is 110. And for the second end of the second year your money will be 110 plus 1000 and 100 is totally 100 1210 taka. Then you will get the 10% interest on this taka. So 10% of this, that is 10 will be neglected, so 121 taka will be your interest. So finally at end of the third year you get actually 1331 taka as compound interest. But for the simple interest it was only 1000 taka is your principal and 300 taka was your, yes, interest. But here you get 331 taka. The difference between the simple and compound is 31. But if your money is 1000 at the place of 1000, this is much more bigger than the 1000, then the money difference will be bigger. Can you understand the simple and compound interest basic? I think you can understand. Okay, next slide says what actually the simple and compound fact. Suppose this is a leaf from where and this leaf will gradual or the graduation of the leaf will be the simple, that will be the simple leaf or simple interest, but the compound interest, from this leaf the branch will be added, the branch will be added from one leaf. That is actually the simple and compound leaf. This is actually the real life experiment what I wanted to say. Okay, then what actually the curve? Simple interest, the curve of the simple interest will be actually the steady one, but compound interest, this will be gradually increased, and after the passage of time the graph will be uh, climb high and higher, but the simple will be the steady one. Okay, now, so suppose this is just an example I wanted to show. Suppose I gave টাকা 10,000 to Sanjay at 10% per annum interest. Find the amount after 5 years. So 10,000 taka is our principal and 10% is our rate, and after 5 years how much money we will get or Sanjay will get. Okay, so our principal was 10,000 and the 10% of 10,000 is just 10 will be gone, then you will get 1,000 taka. So just 1,000 plus 10,000, that will be this, and every time the 1,000 will be added. So second year you will get 1,000, third year you will get 1,000, 4,000 and 5,000. So totally you will get actually 15,000 taka on the 10,000 taka. This is a simple interest fact, but at the case of compound interest, what will be happen? At the 10,000 taka, your first, after the first month you will get 1,000 and I think 11,000, because 1,000 is your interest. So 10,000 plus 1,000, that will be 11,000. So when the second year, after ending the second year, you will get actually the interest on the basis of the previous year. Yes, previous year uh, principal. So our previous year principal was 11,000, so you will get 11,000. So 10% 10% into 11,000, that means last 10 will be neglected, that will be 1100. So this will be added and you will get the next time, next time principal will be or the next time interest will be count respect to your previous one's principal. So this is the system. After 5 years, here he gets actually 16,105.1 taka, but at the case of simple interest, here it was only 15,000 taka. I think you can understand from these two graphs what is the basic difference between simple and compound interest. Okay, okay. My dear students, I wanted to show the difference between simple interest and compound interest. I think you can understand what is this. Just I wanted to make the summarization. Here, in simple interest, interest for all the year is same. Yes. In compound interest, interest for all the year is different. Simple interest, as SI, is smaller than compound interest. Is it true? Obviously, it's true. And compound interest is always bigger than the simple interest. The formula to find out the simple interest is P into R into N divided by 1000. Here, P is our principal, R is our rate, and N is the year or the time, and divided by 100. But the case at the compound interest, that will be P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power N, where N is our time, R is the rate, and P is our principal. Now, interest on principal amount only, and interest is on previous interest as well as the principal amount. So here this actually talk about the interest you have been get from after 1, 2 or 3 years. The interest will be same for the simple, but interest will be changed for the compound interest. Okay, now here just make the main theme to since we have to solve some problem. So how can we solve the problem for simple interest formula or compound interest formula, or there is a another new concept that is continuously compound interest. It's the advanced level math, so class 9 10 you no need to worry about this. Just you have to think about simple interest formula and compound interest formula. Okay. Here I equal PRN by 100. That is the formula to find out the simple interest, and for the compound interest, that is A equal P into 1 plus R by N to the power NT. Here T is not needed, just N will be here. And that will be our, you know that P is the principal, R is our rate, N is the time, N is time, and T is the component of the time. Okay. So here the simple interest formula, you may just memorize this, that this is PRON, PRN, PRON, that is singly PRON by 100, PRN by 100. Okay. Some problem related to simple interest first. Our first problem says, what is the profit taka 650 in 6 years at the rate of taka 7% per annum. So per annum there is 7%, 7% that is rate is given, and 6 year there is N is given, and the profit of taka, this is profit is given. So what will be the profit of taka? So this is a principal, we need to find out the profit. What is the formula for that? The formula is I equal PRON by 100, PRN by 100, or PNR by 100, where P is our principal, that is 650, N that is the time, that is 6 years, and the rate of interest, that is 7%, so R equals 7. Just putting the value of here, then you will get your answer. Very easy to solve these types of problem, isn't it? Okay. Our second math says, how much money will become taka 985 as profit principal. So profit principal, that is profit plus principal, that is given, that is 985 in 13 years at the rate of simple profit 5%. What actually here is given? Here is given the year, that is N is given, and profit, that is R is given, and the profit principal, that is A, is given. How can we solve these types of problem? My dear students, I have been show you a shortcut formula to you. You can use this formula to find out the principal. Every time the formula will very helpful for you. Okay, here A, that is profit principal, is given, 13 years, that is N, time is given, and the rate is also given. Just you need to find out the principal. Here P equal A into 100 by 100 plus NR. A is given, N is given, R is given. Just putting the value of here, you will get your answer. It's very easy math, and just you need to memorize the formula. P equal A into 100 divided by 100 plus NR. P is our principal, A is our profit principal, N is the rate, sorry, N is the time, and R is our rate. Okay, thank you. Another math, that is how much money will become taka 1280 as profit principal in 12 years at the rate of profit 5% per annum. So our rate is given, year is given, and the profit principal is given. The same math, just you need to do the maths. So here A is given, N is given, and R is given. Just putting the value, we know P equal A into 100 divided by 100 plus NR. So this is the way we can solve these types of problem. Okay, thank you. Now these types of VAT related problems, sometimes you faces some difficulties. That's why I included here. Here the value added task, that is VAT that's the sometimes it is also important what is the abbreviation of VAT, that is value added tax. Okay, of sweets. So you have buy some sweets, the VAT is X%. If the trader sells sweets at taka P including VATs, so how much VAT is he to pay? Where X is 15, P is 2300, what is the amount of VAT? So here is given actually that the VAT percentage was 15% VAT, and the here talking about the sell suite taka P including VAT. So including VATs, the taka is 2,300 taka. So this is actually the profit in profit plus interest, that is this, and interest is given, that is 15, and you have to give for one time, so our n will be 1. You may go the same formula. This is actually the this formulas, yeah, you can say the experiment actually. A is our profit principal, n sorry, r is our 15, because 15%, so rate is 15, and n you have given just for one time, that's why n equal 1. Just putting the value of here and you will get your principal. The principal was 2000 taka is our principal, but here just talking about what amount of the VAT. So just you have to find out the amount of the VAT. To find the amount of the VAT, that is just profit principal minus principal, you will get your answer. Profit principal minus principal, you will get your answer. So our profit principal was 2300 minus our principal was 2000, then you will get your answer. Okay, now our third math says, if the simple profit taka eto for 4 years and the simple profit of taka 400 in 5 years together are 148, what is the percentage of profit? So here is given for 4 years you will get some taka, and for 5 years you will get some taka, and these all are simple profit, and both together you will get actually 148 taka. So what is the percent of the profit? Okay, so here 148 is actually our interest. Okay, we can solve this math like this way. We know the simple interest. To find out the simple interest, I equal PNR divided by 100. This is the formula. Okay, here is talking about 300 taka in 4 years. So for 300 taka in 4 years, here n is 4 and p is 300. So I equal 300 into 4 into r divided by 100. And for 400 taka in 5 years, that will be 400 into 5 into r divided by 100. I think these two are very much easier for you. Now here is talking about together, both together, that will be 148. So according to question, we can write this interest plus this interest, that will be 128 taka. Now here 2020 gone, so 3 into 4 12 bar, 4 2020 gone, so 4 into 5, that is 20 r. So 12 plus 20, that will be 32 r. So r equal 128 by 32, and you will get your answer. The r is your final answer. Okay, then our 28 number math says some principal becomes 460 with the simple profit in 3 years and 600 with the simple profit is 5 years. What is the rate of the profit? So here is a principal profit is given, that is in 3 years in this, and for 5 years the principal profit is this. We need to find out the rate of the profit. Okay, we may go this way actually. In 5 years, the principal profit is 600 taka. 600 taka is our principal profit for 5 years, and for 3 years our principal profit was 460 taka. If we subtract this, then you will get in 2 years profit will be 140 taka. For 1 year, so we will get just divided by 2, you will get your answer. Here for 1 year you will get the profit for 70 taka. So what will be for the 3? For 3 years, that will be 70 into 3, that will be 210. So after 3 years we get the profit is 210, but here was given after 3 years the simple profit principal was 460. So in 3 years our principal will be profit principal minus principal, that is our, yes, principal. So our principal is 250, our profit was 210, and the year is 3. Now we can very easily find the rate, that is here p equal 250, I equal 210, n equal 3. Just we need to find out the r. We know I equal PNR by 100, here r equal I into 100 cross multiplication, I into 100 divided by P and cross multiplication. Okay, then just put in the value of I, 100, P and R, then you will get your answer. Clear? Okay, now we'll see the sum problem related to compound interest. Our first math shows find the compound principal and compound profit of taka 15,000 in 3 years at the profit of 6% per annum. So here two things you have to find. One is compound principal and compound profit of 15,000. That is your compound principal, where 3 years and 6%. So we can find like this way. Our principal was given, then year is, that is n is given, and the rate is given. Okay, we just find the profit principal. So this is the formula, that is A equal P into 1 plus R by 100 into N. Here P is this and R is 6 and N is 3. Then you will get your answer. Okay, sometimes you fall this in this part, you fall in some problem. No need to worry, just divide by using calculator. 53 divide 50, then to the power 3, then you will get the value, then multiply by 15,000, you will get your required answer. But this is not your answer. Here talking about just find out the compound, actually compound profit you have to find. So to find out the compound profit, you have to go like this way. This is our compound principal, I mean profit principal, and that is our principal. So if we subtract this two, then you will get actually our profit. Okay, that was our profit principal, that was our principal. Just to minus, then you will get your profit. Okay, that is our required answer. Okay, my dear students, actually this 41 I wanted to show a system to find out the shortcut formula. How can we do that? Here 1 year, 2 year and 3 year. Okay, here is given the principal is 15,000 taka, isn't it? Yes, and every year 16% is our rate. So 16% of P, that will be 900 taka. How? Just multiply with 6 by 100. So 0 0 gone, 6 into 150, that will be 900 taka. So our simple interest, these rooms are just represent the simple interest. That will be for first year 900 taka, in second year 900 taka, in third year 900 taka, because simple interest never changed. For every year that will be same. But I wanted to show a new formula, a new way how can we find the compound interest and the difference too. Okay, so our simple interest is complete. Now to find out the compound interest, our first part will be 0. Okay, our second part will be, here the rate was 6%. So what is the 6% for 900? That's 900 into 6 by 100. 0 0 gone. So 6 into 9, that will be 54. Okay, just there is another room. So you have to multiply by 2. Multiply by 2. Then you will get your required value. Here this part is 0, this part is 0, and for this part you need to find again 6% of 54. 6% of 54, that is 54 into 6 by 100. Just using calculator you will get this. Here actually the compound interest will be this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this. So all of the addition will be our compound interest. But our simple interest was 900, that is 2700 is our simple interest, and the difference between simple and complex, that is just addition of this three part. Just addition of this three part, that is the difference of simple interest and compound interest. My dear students, I wanted to make you show you something to be advanced. Okay, sometimes these types of math can become for your MCQ part. On that time you can use this, it's very time effective. Here you can find three things at a time. what is the simple interest, what is the compound interest, what is the simple and difference between simple and compound. Okay, that's why this thing is very very important. If you can't understand, you can just repeat the video, you can understand. Okay, our next math says find the difference of the simple profit and the compound profit of this taka in 3 years at the rate of 5%. Look at the question here. Just you have to find the difference between simple and compound. Okay, we'll see the normal procedure, how can we find it. Okay, well, we know the for the compound profit, here p is given, n is given, and r is given. Just putting the value in our formula, that is p into 1 plus r by 100 to the power n. That is our formula. That is our to find out the compound. No, I mean profit principal. Profit principal A equal principal into 1 plus rate by 100 into to the power actually time. Just putting the value, then you will get your answer of profit principal for compound. So compound interest will be just subtract the subtract these two. I mean this will be the profit interest minus, profit principal minus principal, then you will get your compound interest. This is the first part is completed. Okay, then here was talking about compound profit and simple profit. So you need to come simple profit again. Okay, how can we find the simple profit? We know for simple interest I equal p n r by 100, thus putting the value of p, then n, then r by 100, that will be this. So our simple interest is this and our compound interest is this. So subtract these two, then you will get your difference. Just subtract these two, you will get your difference. So this is our answer. Okay, okay, we can go our shortcut way. This is the alternative. Here principal is given, principal was 8,000 taka and rate is given 5%. So 5% of 8,000 is 400. So our 400 is for first year, 400 taka for simple interest. In second year, 400 for simple interest. For third year, 400 is our simple interest. So our simple interest remains same. Okay, so our simple interest will be 400 plus 400 plus 400, that is 1200 taka. Okay, so we can very easily just find out the simple interest. Now I told you that for compound interest, first room will be 0, second will be, you have to find the 5% of 400, that will be into 4 by 100. So 0 0 gone, 5 into 4, that will be 20. Again just multiply by 2 to find out the next part. So this part multiply 2, you will get your second part. Okay, now for third line, this will be 0, this will be 0, and here you have to again find out the 5% of 20. So into 5 by 100, so 0 0 gone, 20 100 5, so you will get your 1. Okay, just 5% of 20, that is 1. Now our compound interest will be this, all of this is summation of this all. You will be get this what compound interest. But our question says just find the difference of these two. So our answer will be 20 plus 40 plus 1. So this is our answer. You will just draw this figure and just count these three: 20 plus 40, 60 plus 1, 61. So this is our answer, and our previous part, the answer was same. The answer was same. Okay, so I think you can see this for your betterment. Okay, our last math, that is, if the difference of simple profit and the compound profit of some principal in 2 years is taka 1 at the rate of 4%, what is the principal? So here difference is given, that is for 2 years 4%, difference is 1, you need to find out the principal. Okay, to solve these types of math, you can go for this way. If our principal is 1, then for 1%, the 1% will be 0.01, 2% will be 0.04. Just squaring this. Okay, to find out this, just squaring this. 1 square equal 1, so just write 1 and make 2 digit and use a point. So for 2%, 2 square is 4, and make 2 digit and before use the point. 3 square 9, make 2 digit and point. 4 square 16, so this is already 2 digits, so just point 16. 5% 25, just point. So going for this way you will get the difference for the percentage. Here given the percentage is 4%, you need to memorize this. Okay, so here 4% equal 0.16, here 4% is equivalent to 0.16. So actually this 0.16 is equivalent to 100 in principle. So what will be for 1 will be 100 by 0.16. So this is our required answer. This is the shortcut method we can use. Okay, but if you are facing this part is some difficulties, you may go this way. This is the original system. Here is given P. P is 100 taka, then N is 2 year and R equal 4. Okay, actually this P taka we 100 taka we are assuming. Okay, so here I equal PN, that is 100 into 2 into R, that is 8, and for compound interest P into 1 plus R by 100 to the power N, that is 100 plus 1 plus 4 by 100, that will be this. Then our compound interest will be just compound interest will be, this is our compound principal minus principal, that will be our interest of compound interest. So difference between simple and compound will be 0.16. This 0.16 is equals to 100 because our 100 was the principal, where let us assume that our principal was 100, that's a 0.16 when the principal was 100. So for 1 that will be our answer. So you may go this way as you wish. Okay, but this is the standard way to find to solve the math in the exam. Okay, my dear students, here is some basic comparison for these two. You may just read to understand more. Okay, I have been given, just provide you the information so that you can understand the simple and compound interest, and this is something to help you for the MCQ part also. Okay, just you will through read through all of the part, then you can understand what is the basic difference between these two. Okay, if any problem let me know. And finally, as to with the beauty of mathematics, thank you very much.